Hello, everyone, and welcome. If you're new to my channel, my name is Adam, and my channel is about reselling. I normally interview another reseller and have them share their tips, tricks, and techniques to help make us more successful and possible resellers. So if you're a reseller, you're in the right place. I've been doing a lot of reselling live streams on Wednesday evening, and unfortunately, I'm having issues with booking guests. I have quite a few resellers on. If you're new to my channel, you can check out the replays. A lot of great guests I've had in the past. So one of my favorite guests is Randy Fasik, and Randy is super busy. So I didn't want to pressure Randy into doing Wednesday evening, so we've been doing Saturday. I do know it's a little slow on Saturdays. So I know most of you people are out, thrifting or yard selling, et cetera, et cetera. So I thought I would try doing a live stream with Working Hangout. So at a minimum, I'll get some eBay work done. So if you're in the chat, please say hello. I also added the live stream link for StreamYard. So if you want to just join me and pop in and say hello, you can do that. Or just if you're in the chat and you're out there working and you don't want to pop in the chat, please just let me know that you're in the chat so I'm aware that some of you are out there. Okay, guys, so I want to get to work and check the chat periodically. I'm working on my iPhone and I'm working with the eBay app online. So we'll try to get some work done, and hopefully some of you will pop in the chat. So we shall see. Thanks, guys. Again, the link to the StreamYard is in the pinned comment at the top of the video. Okay, guys, so I'm getting to work, and I'm going to pop in periodically, look at the screen, see if anyone else is popping into the chat. So if you are here, just please make me aware that you're in the chat, and I'll say hello to you. Okay, thanks, guys. So let's get to work. Speaking of let's get to work, let me do this for you guys. We shall do this. How is that? Time is money. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to get to work on my eBay listings, and we'll see what happens. I don't know if any of you tried it. So I'm assuming most of your experienced resellers that are subscribed to my chat. If you're new, you do know that they have background remover in the iPhone app. You can see here I have the pictures uploaded. What I do is I have an iPhone. Unfortunately, I don't have an Apple PC or a Mac, I should say. So what I do is I take pictures on my iPhone. I upload them to the eBay app. Then I remove the background and make it a white background. And then I edit them even more in the eBay app online. So that's what I'm doing now. I took some pictures before I came live, and then I'm uploading them into the through the phone app. Then what I'll do is I'll go into the computer and I'll edit them a little bit more and do pricing in the whole 9 yards. So anyways, if you're in the chat, please say hello, and that's it. Okay, get back to work. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. Again, I do like this background removal tool on the eBay app. If you're not using it, you might want to use it. I watch Mike Flippin' Goodies channel a lot on Sunday evenings, and they're always talking about Bob or Bobby or Robert Krillin, basically. He has a large cash pile or death pile, whatever you want to call it. And what I'm doing is I'm going through some of my cash pile things. I'm trying to get those listed. So, and again, guys, if you're in the chat and it's kind of noisy, let me know. I'm running a wall air conditioning unit of all things. I have not had regular air conditioning for over a month now, but it's so warm, and I put this on about 3 or 4 hours ago. So what I do is, if it's annoying for you guys, I'll just turn off the unit. It should be cool enough to. I'll probably be online for about an hour or so it's cool enough in here. I can get by without running the air conditioner. So I'm wearing ear pods this time, trying something new. So I can't really hear the noise that much. I can hear it, but it's not too bad for me. So if this is annoying to you, let me know, and I'll turn off the air conditioner. Okay, I had saved this a while ago to my draft file. I started working on this. Again, this is really old. For those of you who don't remember Toys R Us when they went out of business, I put that back then. So I thought they were really cheap. They're in a couple dollars, $1 or $2. I got them on clearance, so I thought, let me wait and list them when the market kind of sells through. But unfortunately, they're still very inexpensive online. So I'll make a few dollars, but at least I get a listing up. what I may do is unfortunately, I was going to run upstairs, but it's so hot, and grab some of my remote controls. And again, remote controls are inexpensive, um, relatively easy to list, but they're very long tail typically, unless you find something spectacular. Things, so the high end things, so like Bose type remotes, those type of things are really high end audio or video electronic devices, and remotes for them. But the basic, LG and Sharp and those type of things, Panasonic, are not really quick sellers, so to speak. So anyway, let me get to work on that. Again, guys, if you're in the chat, say hello, and I do have the StreamYard link pinned. If I know you, I'll be more than happy to bring you on. Just want to pop in, say hello. That's great. And if you're in the chat, just say hello. So again, I uploaded this to my draft file. Compliments to Beth, Reseller Rowboat. This is about uploading drafts and having them available. So I don't have a lot available, but I do have some available. I'm going to work on them during the show. Let's see what kind of price I did here. I did do. Oh, the other thing too, guys, I want to talk about is also on the phone they have the AI listing too. I don't know if any of you are using. I'm just curious as far as what success you're having using the AI tool on your phone for the description of your listing. I don't know how many of you are using it. I'm curious what your success rate is. So I want to assume no one's probably watching the replay of this. If you're here, you're just you're working and doing things while you're watching me work. So but anyway, comment in the chat or comment in the comment section below if you're watching the replay what your experience has been using the background removal tools with the eBay app, and also using the AI description through the eBay app for your iPhone or your Android phone. Okay. I already have my pricing in, have my quantity in, my shipping. I guess most of you are probably taking advantage of the USPS Ground Advantage shipping now, obviously because it's no first class. So I've been using that quite a bit. So I've been using that, and that's what I have listed for this particular item. Let me save this on the app, and I'm going to edit it on the computer. And it doesn't look too bad. I like that background removal tool. Let's get something up and listed anyway, right? Save for later, save my draft files. I'll go in and I'll do that. Close the app. I don't know if that's going to be an issue with the app open and me trying to edit it on the do that. Okay, Mr. eBay, where are you? I don't need my cash back. eBay selling listings, drafts, resume draft. Okay, pictures look pretty good. Title is fine. Label. Category I have is listed as other. Brand I have. UPC I have. Yada 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 yada. Okay, condition new. Okay, just check my shipping. By mail, pricing. Yeah, I'm not doing you want me to give it away and have free shipping? I end up losing $1, Mr. eBay. I can do permitted listings because this is a new listing. Wait to get the 24, 48 hours, whatever the bump is that eBay gives it. Permitted listing. I've been doing 2 or 3%. I'm not going crazy with the permitted listing. As I figure it costs me close to 20% already. Let's see. Preview. Looks pretty good to me, Adam. What is that? What's that? Bingo bango. Hey, Mr. Scott. I was half tempted to call you. Do you want to pop in the chat? Or I don't know if you're busy making dinner or preparing dinner or hanging out with the kids, but if you want to pop in, I had the link pinned just above you. If you want to pop in the chat, if you just want to hang out for a little bit, hang out for some time, I appreciate it. If not, just keep it playing. I mentioned in the introduction, typically do things. And there's Miss Beth. You're eating. Okay, Beth, if you want to pop in, I'm probably going to be on for about an hour. Um, Hopefully, you guys, the air conditioning is too annoying. I explained at the beginning of the video, I haven't had regular central air for over a month now. Having issues with that. I'm trying to get a whole system replaced, heating, air conditioning, hot water heater, and unfortunately, it's been an issue. So I'm running a wall unit that's like 3/4 as old as I am. So if it's annoying to you guys, let me know. I can turn it off. So, Beth, do you want to pop in? Like I said, I'll be here for about an hour. I don't know how long you're going to be eating, and of course, Scott, again, the link is up top, so you obviously know how to use StreamYard. So if you want to pop in, if you want to just pop in for a little bit, keep me entertained or keep the people that are watching entertained, I would appreciate it. Okay. All right, let me go back. I listed my one item. What else here? Okay, I have Beth. If you're still in the chat, I went to list a pair of women's jeans, and I had forgotten when I went to list them. And this is my mistake. These are old. These are on my cash pile. I made the mistake of not checking. You always, it's like rookie 101. You always want to check. Give you about 20 minutes. Perfect. You always want to check your fasteners and check the crotches on jeans and whatnot. I didn't check the fastener. It was one of those regular fastener things and the clip things. And now I'm having brain freeze. I can't remember what it's called here. But anyway, so it was missing one of the parts. Then I looked at it, and then the thread was coming out. It's like it was one of those things. I only paid $1 for it, so I threw it away. But I do have a bunch of women's jeans, and I keep saying this. I'm going to find a local women's shelter. Probably going to contact my local church I used to be affiliated with and find out if they have any recommendations for women's shelters, and I'll probably drop a 30 or 40 pair of jeans off. I'd rather give it to them. Maybe they can put that to use as opposed to redonating it to Goodwill. Anyway, that's my thoughts. So. All right, let me see what else I have here as far as pictures. Like I said, I started taking pictures of those jeans and I found out they were damaged. I couldn't even list them. See what else I have in here, and I'll probably do some stop listings, end listings, and relist to see if I get some action going on that as well, because that's allegedly one of the tricks you do. You relist and you get a new item number. And allegedly, it increases the traffic. So, especially for smaller stores, and I have plenty of listings because I have a basic store. So I have plenty of listings that I can do that pretty frequently. If you're people like Mike Flipping Goodies or Beth Reseller Rowboat, and you have thousands of listings, you can't do a lot. But I know Beth does. I think she does 200 listings per day. She pulls down and relists those. Sure, she'll be able to share that with you when she comes to the chat. She say comes into the live stream. She's in the chat. She's eating dinner right now. Let's see what else I have on Mr. eBay up and going. Let's see how many pictures I have saved on here. All right, let's see here. Oh, that's right. I started listing these cups. Do that. I have one back here. I'll take a picture of it, and I can use my Google Lens. I have 4 of these, but I can take one picture and then it should tell me when I use that. Actually, I use the eBay lens, and should tell me if there's any other listings up there that I can sell somewhere for. Selling, back to home, search, camera, I do an image. Picture, bingo bango. Wow, these are not terrible. Okay. $15-ish per cup. And I have 4 cups. There's one $10 plus shipping. 2 cups. Let me filter this to see if there's any solds here. Not bad. Delicious stuff, Adam. Sold item. 550,000 results. Holy moly. Here's, how many cups is this? 2 cups for $40. Make me holla. I don't like that, my friend. You know that Christmas is coming, right? Let me see. Check the ones that sold for the most money. New and original box. I don't have new. I have used. Set of $8, $160. I was set of 4. Set of 2, $25 for ship. Definitely want to put it on auction. People are selling these way too cheap on auction. Hey, what's up, Roman? Roman, I don't know if you want to pop in. But I do have the link in there. You want to pop in? And I know you don't typically do a lot of lives, and although Scott said you do lives. You're listing story review cards right now. I don't know what story review cards are. If you want to pop in, just show me what that. I'm curious what that is. Obviously, I guess it's some kind of ephemera. I think that's Roman, or is that? I get so terrible, guys, with names. I'm trying to the multitask. My brain freezes. Thanks for saying hello, though. Yeah, guys, I had this in my cash box from last summer, and I hate shipping fragile goods, but it was one of those things where you go out, you're out there like, oh man, I got to buy something. I'm out yard sale. I drove 10 miles and the price of gas, and I got 10 miles to get home, and yada yada yada. And I bought these things, and I found that a pretty good value. I should get them listed. So I'm gonna do a similar. I took pictures, although I didn't. It's a set of 4. I only took a picture of the one cup in 4 different angles. So I'll have to bring down. I made a homemade light box kind of thing. So basically, I took a 4-liter box. Those of you that know me, I was in the wine and liquor business for like 30 years. So anyway, 30 years, maybe 35 years. So I got one of those 4-liter boxes. I cut out the sides and put tissue paper on it, and I put my light over top of it. This seems to be easier to take pictures of these type of things. So I'll put them, and then I have a curved piece of paper in the back, poster board in the back, so it reflects the light. So I'm going to take a picture of those 4, and I'll just get all the information up in a draft file, and I'll do that tonight. I'll get the picture of the 4, and I'll bring down my light box, take pictures in there. Okay, so I'm going to do a sell somewhere. See who sold them the best. Just like for the most money. Gold trim. $2 for one. So guys, if you're just in the chat, just hanging out, I appreciate that, and trying to get some watch hours. And again, I have the StreamYard link posted and the pin link at the top of the chat. So if you want to just pop in, and as long as I know who you are, I'll be more than happy to pop you into the chat. Yes, these results are useful, Mr. eBay. Thank you. So just talking a little bit about some of the things that using the app and using the AI for descriptions. Using the background removal tool. Again, that's in the app. I wish they would add it to the computer version, but they haven't as of yet. So I'm just doing some pricing on this. This person sold them. That's a set now. Something. Going to tool for a magnifying glass. And G for magnifier. Almost ready. Super, Beth. Appreciate it. All right. What is this? Let's see. Come on, Adam. Yes. Bone china. Fine bone china holiday. Matches. Okay. This is not a sugar bowl. These are actually put in cups. I'll get everything here. Hello, hello.
Hey, how are you, Adam?
Oh, you're looking good. You got some tan when you're out there, huh?
Maybe a little bit. Thanks for
Little
joining
bit?
us on the show the other night. That was fun.
You're welcome. Always good to see Santa. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, he was a blast.
You
So I heard you. I was in there eating and I had my headset in and I wasn't
Right.
watching. What you said you're missing a fastener. Are you talking about a button on jeans?
The clip, the button, and not the what the hell? Excuse my
The hook
language.
eye? Was there a hook
Yeah,
eye?
yeah. It was apparently pulled out, and the thread was all coming
There was
apart.
jeans that had a hook eye? Wow.
No,
It's
like a hook, like a men's shorts have a I don't want to show my belly,
Yeah,
but
it's a hook eye. Okay.
yeah, hook eye, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Usually
not
they usually have buttons. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, if it was a button, you can just get the dungaree buttons. I've got a video on my channel on how to use them. It's
Okay.
super easy.
Okay. Gotcha.
So even if a pair of jeans is missing one button, I put the dungaree button on. They can't tell the difference.
Do you use it's like a tool that comes with that, or what's involved with that?
I'll get it for you. Hold on just a second. I got to
Sure. Yeah, that's interesting. Thanks. Guys, let me know if this air conditioner is annoying. I mentioned at the beginning of the show. Unfortunately, I haven't had central air for a month now. Long story short, my basically the blower went on my heating system, and I knew my air conditioning system was probably 25 or 30 years old. So I decided that, well, it's time to do everything. And then when I had a bunch of people come over to give me estimates, they told me my hot water heater was 10 years old. Now it is the the Cadillac or whatever, the hot water heater is the Bradford White, but apparently their life expectancy is about 10 years. So I'm past 10 years. So I did the whole 9 yards. So I'm running a wall unit. Too noisy. Beth, is it too noisy for you?
No.
It's not bothering you? Okay.
Not at all. Hey, Eric, thanks for joining us the other night on my show. Okay, I have a video.
Eric, I'm sorry. I thought it was
Eric. Yeah, Laughing
Eric.
Picker. So anyway, I have a video that shows you exactly how to do this, and then it has the affiliate Amazon link, of course.
Do you mind if I put you on full? Let me put you on full screen for a second.
Okay. So I only have one left, so I can't demonstrate it, but just go to that video. You'll see it. It's under product reviews playlist. It's called Dritz Dungaree Buttons.
Okay.
They're come 4 in a package. I think they're like $7 for 4.
Oh, awesome.
And basically you just you have to do it the first time. So you have to make sure the button is exactly where you want it, because I've never been when I made a mistake, I've never been able to get it off. I know other people say they have, and you just stick that button, or not that, you stick that little pointed thing right there in where the button would go, and then you push this button on top of it and it clicks, and boy, it stays. And I'll show you what it looks like. I've also used them on denim jackets. I wouldn't use them on a pair of regular pants because they look like jean buttons. I mean, that's what they look like. So let me see if I can do this for my arthritis, but see how they look?
Oh yeah, sure.
They look like jean buttons. So you wouldn't want this on a pair of dress pants, okay?
Oh, nice.
And then the other tool that I have, I don't think I've done a product review on that yet.
Just want to remind you guys, I've tried this in the past, and I'm trying to help Beth with hers. She has Amazon affiliate links. So even if you're not even buying something that Beth's recommending, if you just say, "Oh, I want to buy something," say, "Oh, Beth has the affiliate link." You click on her link, and then you're cookied for 24 hours, no cost to you. Beth gets a little commission, and it helps her out and helps. She's trying to save her GoPro, so that would help her out.
I don't know where my other thing is, but anyway,
Okay.
very tiny. But anyway, it's also by Dritz. It's called a Snag Nabbit. It's very, very tiny. I better find it because I'm probably going to need it. Anyway, it gets snags out of sweaters. Super fast, super easy. And,
Okay.
you know, before, if there was a really big, long thread hanging out, I just didn't buy it because, but
Yeah,
now you just stick that thing in there and pull it through and it looks like new. So those are the two by Dritz, but I don't know where it is. I had it before I went on my trip. So I'm a little bit panicked here now.
And so you said you have links in the video in one of your channels to that, your channel to that?
Yeah, not the Snag Nabbit because I've never been able to do a video when I've needed to use it.
Okay, no problem.
And I'm not really sure how I would show it. Like I have to do it several times, run it through several times before I get it in the exact right place to pull it through. But oh yeah, there is a video on this dungaree button.
You see Glenn's comment?
No, I didn't know Glenn was here. I didn't have the pop-up.
I'll post stuff that's for you.
Glenn is the troublemaker. It's the two-timer. Yeah, that's what I call him. Hey, flipping goodies.
He's the two-timer.
Someone else was Dumpster Diver Dad. Hey, Dumpster Diver Dad.
Yeah, that's Scott. Do you know Scott? He's one of the co-hosts on Mike Flipping Goodies channel. Bob Krillin. Okay.
So I'm just trying to get back in the swing of things from being gone.
Yeah, I know you didn't get home till what, late? When?
2 a.m. 2 a.m.
2 a.m. Tuesday.
And my mother-in-law was put in intensive care almost immediately after I got home. So it has been one thing after another since I've been home. So anyway. But was there another question you had about a pair of jeans? I was trying to listen, but we were talking.
No, I just was saying, I mean, I contacted Megan Mulwiney a while ago, and guys, if you're a clothing seller and you're into fashion, I mean, obviously I recommend Beth's channel all the time. But Megan Mulwiney is a tremendous clothing seller, and she has awesome tips, and she posts a lot of her things on Instagram. So I'd contact her. I must have 50 pair of women's jeans. I pulled about 30 or 40 off the eBay. I probably have like another 15 or 20 that I never listed. So I'm like, now then don't sell. It's just I don't know what to do. I mean, they're all old. They keep saying things are going to come back. Like bell bottoms have come back, but these are like boot cuts, straight legs. I don't have any skinny legs, skinny jeans. I don't have any bell bottoms. So apparently they're the fashions that are. I
sell straight legs all the time, and I sell skinny jeans. So I don't really go by that because there are some people that don't like what's in style, and I'm one of them. So
they weren't selling. I just, like I said, I pulled about 30 off my site. So let me get this Lennox thing listed.
So I got a whole bunch of men's 7XL shirts last week.
Told me, yeah.
So that's what I'm. You can see up there getting ready to photograph tomorrow, and I'm also measuring some right now. Like I had everything labeled so that when I came back, I would know exactly where I was in the process.
How did your time off? How did that work out? When you kept like regressing it?
Terrible.
Oh, really?
Well, I had to set it for 10 days, like Wednesday or 14 days. I think it was 10. And of course, nobody wants to buy from somebody that they're going to get it on the 26th of September. And then the next one is 7. So on Tuesday, the day I left, or day before I left, I moved everything to 7 days. And all I did was go to my business poly, change my handling to 7 days. I already had my time away on. Well, then it started making all these copies of business policies, items that would not move. But then when you go to the copies, it said there's none in there. But when you try to delete them, they say we can't delete because there's items in there. So then what I did was I went to active listings. I hit 10, handling time 10 days. It pulled like 47 things up. And then I ended them. And then one by one, I had to, because they're all different shipping, went in and changed it to 7 days. And I said to
One by
myself,
one. Oh,
yeah.
my word.
And I said to myself, I'm not going to do this because after it hits 7, then you can do 6 days, 5 days, 4 days. 3. I said, I am not going to do this all this time. I don't have time for this. So I waited until I think it was Friday, and then I changed everything to like 5 days or something, 4 days. So I ended up doing it 3 times, and I think I finally got my business policies back to the way it went, but it did just make it so freaking difficult,
Yeah.
And I think you can't change it because somebody has watching it, or they have pulled it up and they don't want you to change it.
That's like business policies. You can't change them if somebody, you have an offer out or,
Yeah. So they created copies. And then I found some yesterday when I came back to make sure everything was back to 2 day. Again, it was like 20 something items. I had to go in individually, and some of them were on parcel select. And I don't use
really,
parcel
you don't
select.
use that. Yeah.
Why they were on parcel select? They're not on my templates. I never used parcel select.
You never set a business policy for that. Yeah.
And I've never used it since I had appliance parts. So why did it do that? I don't know.
I don't understand
It's
technology.
frustrating. But everything's fine now. If you go in my business policies now, there's just one copy. I have 4 shipping prices, and there's one of each, and we're all back to 2 day, and we're good. But I don't know.
One of my favorite sayings is technology is great when it works. So long story short, I was talking about my heating and air conditioning system, and I have to replace. It's going to cost me practically half my life savings. But anyway, I got a credit card, and I thought I could get like the credit card and have it for the total amount, and I could just, my local utility has it where you can finance it with no interest for 6 years. Well, long story short, I didn't get approved for enough money to cover the whole thing. Then the only people that would do that program were super, super expensive. So long story short, I'm used to somebody that's not a part of that program. But anyway, I wanted to set up auto payment because as I talk about my health, and I'm not very organized, unfortunately. I have ADD and I have health issues. So anyway, so I put all my credit cards on auto pay. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to set it up on the computer, and it's not working. I think, this is ridiculous. I said, okay, well, I make sure I have my ad block off. I have my ad block off, so that shouldn't be an issue. 7, 8 times I do it, it's not working. Then I contact the bank. They can't help me. They transfer me like 4 or 5 times. They can't help me. I said, you know what? I started putting an app on my phone for the same bank. Let me try doing it through the app. Bingo, bango, it worked through the app, and I was done. This is ridiculous. Wouldn't work on a computer, though. Try 2 different browsers.
Excuse me while I measure. I'm sorry.
No. I want you to get work done. That's why I said I mentioned in the intro. Fortunately, it's difficult to get guests, and it was stressing me out. And Randy is just super, super busy. I mean, beyond. The man's amazing. I was bidding in an auction. I know he gets a lot of things from this particular auction. And it's like, I'm sure Randy bought this, that, and this, and that. It's like, good for him. It was like 50% higher than I wanted to pay. Like, my word. Working on this. Well, that's to say about there. Trying to find one that's sold.
We didn't. You were in the show the other night, and we didn't have very much from the bins,
right.
But we met with Tom, Queen City Picker, and John for lunch. And then me, Patty, and Barry went to the bins by the airport. I mean, I could have walked from the bins to the airport. That's how close.
Oh, really?
And we were there like an hour and a half, and I got like almost 20 pounds, which is very unusual for me at any bins because normally I just find trash. But I felt like I did pretty well at those bins. And I was like, too bad we didn't have a show after these, because I found some fresh produce. For those of you that don't know, fresh produce is a very fast seller for me. They make cover-ups and dresses and like casual sleeveless dresses. I found all the bathing suits I found were like 2 pieces. I think I only got one piece bathing suit. I can't even remember what I got, but I know I got some stuff that will sell. And I got like 3 jumpsuits, which I don't see jumpsuits that often, and I love to sell them. They're easy to photograph. Um, I was really pleased, and Patty told me, she said she always does really well when she goes to that one. So if y'all are in Charlotte, go to the one by the airport.
There you go.
And I hear they're supposed to be opening another one in Charlotte as well. So I was very happy with what I thought if my bins was like that, I would go on a regular basis. It would be worth it, but mine is crummy. So, and then Barry, he's like, they're bringing out the bins. Come over here, come over here. And I told him I don't want to go over there. I find more things that have bins that have been gone through.
Yeah, you
But
pick through what's left over. Yeah.
So I drop what I'm doing. I was doing fine where I was. I go over to the ones, they bring them out. I don't find anything yet. I said, I should have gone back to where I was. I said, I don't know why, but I do better if they've already been messed with.
Been picked through, yeah.
And I'm not really aggressive, and he's trying to teach me how to be aggressive. And
you throw your elbows like you're in a hockey game.
There are a couple of times I pulled my hand in, put my hand in around somebody when I thought there was something I wanted, and I did that a couple of times, and I felt very uncomfortable doing that. And so yeah, he's like, no, you need to go when they bring them out. And he's like, they've got bathing suits over here. They've got bathing suits. And he was just like flailing his arms. And I go over there.
Oh, my word.
They're all 2 pieces and none of them match. I was like,
okay.
I need 1 pieces.
Yeah, you all saw 2 pieces.
So I had like 3 2-piece tops. And I was telling everybody, if you find the bottom to this, I need it. But they do theirs different, Adam. They don't have shopping carts there. They have these blue rolling bins. They're probably by, like, I don't know, 12 by 12 by 12 on the top. Okay. And they have numbers on them. So my number was 19, and you just drag it around. And they're very skinny, so you can bring them up to the bin. They don't mind. And you just throw your stuff in there.
Oh, really? You bring them up to the bins? Well, that's not around here. You have the carts, and you have to have them off to the side.
Yeah, because they're so huge. So these things are tall and skinny. They look like little barrels, square barrels. And I loved them. And then they let you take them out to the parking lot. Oh, really? And they were great. I wish other places would use those instead of the shopping carts. I could not believe they let us bring them up to the front when they brought stuff out. And it was great.
Got an email today from Shop Goodwill. I haven't been on Shop Goodwill in probably 2 years.
I've been over there before, and I've never seen anything that I buy that's worth the money. So, well, look who's here, Mace's Technologies. You know who that is?
Yes, I did. I said hello to him.
He didn't have a wrench, but I don't think he needs a wrench.
Oh, I can wrench him in my.
No, he doesn't need a wrench. He's just a troublemaker.
He's a troublemaker?
Yeah.
I guess I should make Scott a wrench, huh? I don't know Scott, but let's see. There's a moderator. Scott, you have to join me one day, brother. I'm going to call you. I'm going to set up an interview. Standard moderator. Okay, see. There you go. All right, Scott, you're a moderator now. I won't make the troublemaker a moderator, though. That makes his technology.
Oh, now see here, I just found a spot. So we're gonna.
Oh, I've been using your just to show you. And guys, Beth has a link on this on her Amazon affiliate. You can use her affiliate. I have this handy. I've actually been using it on my clothes because it gets stains on everything.
I'm here. I'm just moving my camera.
You can see this, guys. Grandma's laundry stain remover, spot remover. Terrible because it's trying to track my eyes. Terrible with this, but anyway.
Got mine as well over here.
There he goes, a little better. Grandma's spot remover.
If this doesn't work, and this one of all the shirts has ring around the collar and it has a spot. So if this spot doesn't come out, I will use Folex.
Oh, you use Folex too. Yeah. What was that? Folex?
Yeah, right here. This I got it for plushes originally because it's a shampoo
Okay.
thing. But
Yeah.
I've been using it on whites a lot. But if this grandma's doesn't work, see, it came right out, Adam.
Grandma's works really well. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's gone, but
Right.
I noticed it also has some ring around the collar. So I'm
Not the laundry. Yeah.
probably gonna throw it back in the laundry one more time and put. It was weird because I just threw out. I didn't see any problems with any of these shirts that day, and so I just threw them all in there. I didn't, you know, but this one does have some ring around the collar. So I just put something in the laundry too. I could have thrown that in there. Bummer.
Make this bold.
I mean, it's coming out on here, but then you got to throw it back in the wash to get the, to make sure you don't have this on there.
Right.
So, or I could just dunk it in the sink and wash it off, maybe. That's a pretty shirt.
Use. Buy it now. Medium price one is free shipping.
Craig, are you working right now? You should come in.
The link is posted, pinned at the top of the chat. PS Grad Advantage free. I'll just put 2 pounds. Let's save that, and I'll go back to my phone and upload the pictures.
What's everybody doing out there tonight? Glenn, what are you doing?
I don't know what time. What time does Glenn close the store? Is he closed at 5 or 6? Because it's
No.
well, he's like you. Is your time, or is he 2 hours or 1 hour? He's central.
Central time. I don't know what he is.
I don't know if he's central or not. He's central. Pictures. Okay. Selling draft.
Okay, let me put I gotta go get my what do you call it? My buttoner.
There you go.
I also have a video on this thing. This thing is awesome. So y'all know I have arthritis, right? So you just stick this in the hole, put the button right there, and you just pull it through. You got your button on. And when you're doing these button down shirts, and there's 8 buttons per shirt plus the sleeves, saves me so much on my arthritis.
Where did you get the button? The buttons were extra buttons on the shirt, or like the bottom?
Huh?
You like an extra button on the bottom of the shirt?
No, it's just I'm buttoning the shirt because the buttons are unbuttoned.
Oh, unbutton issue. I thought you were putting a button.
I'm buttoning them, and so and then
buttoning them.
And then on the other end it has a zipper pull.
Oh, okay.
I've never used, but I guess if I had a pair of jeans and the zipper.
Oh, I gotcha.
I mean, it. Okay. I don't think it saves a lot of time for some people, but it saves my hands.
Sure.
I mean, it's just been amazing for my hand because, like I said, I got like 15 or 20 men's shirts. But most of the buttons at that place were buttoned. I was surprised. That was that new thrift store I went to, and I was just like. And then I always leave the top button unbuttoned so I can get it on the mannequin quickly.
Right.
And then when it's on the mannequin, I just take the buttoner and just button that top button, and it's super easy.
Mr. Bob, Mr. Krillin is in the house. Hope you're working on that cash pile, Bob. Those of you who don't know, a long story short is Mr. Bob or Krillin. Thanks for stopping by. Do my background remover.
Got to start a diet next week because I gained so much weight. I think Barry said he gained 7 pounds while I was there.
I'm doing intermittent fasting, and I'm taking a like an herb drink with hibiscus tea.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very slow. I really got to get back to the gym. I saw a pain doctor a week ago. So I'm going to try that again, get shots. Saw the knee orthopedics on Monday. Things getting old, Beth.
Mm-hmm.
I had the cortisone done, and that didn't help. And I got to get the lubricant. It was a natural lubricant. I had to do an artificial version of it. Background. Looks pretty good. I really like this background mover tool on the phone. eBay app. Look at that. That's weird.
Is this the time of day that you usually work?
I work whenever I can work. I usually don't do it first thing in the morning because I have brain fog.
Mm-hmm.
My health issues and my not sleeping well. I usually work in the afternoon or early evenings. But like I said, I've been having trouble getting people coming on a Saturday, which I understand. They're out thrifting and they're out yard selling whenever want to do the show with Randy. Let me just pop on and do a working hangout, see if anybody will show up on a Wednesday when I normally do the show. Weird.
Oh, I'm sorry about my dogs. If they get too bad, I'll mute myself.
No, that's fine.
There's people walking by.
Watch dogs. You following that? I'm sure I know it's on the national news. You following the story about the convict that got away and near me?
The what?
The convict that broke out of.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, it was about 45 minutes from me. But anyway, maybe an hour. But anyway, yeah. So the guy was gone for 2 weeks. He was sentenced to life in prison.
Oh wow.
He did I forget what they call that, like is it the caterpillar when he went up the wall, like his arms here and his legs behind him, and he went up on the wall, got on the top of the roof, and the prison guard was on his personal phone, which you're not allowed to bring your personal phone into your duty station. So the guy escaped. He was gone for 2 weeks. He broke into a home, stole a 22 rifle. They shut down basically the whole county. Finally caught him.
Wow.
It was on CNN and MSNBC.
No, I didn't, and I didn't watch one piece of TV the whole time I was gone.
That's good.
And
So how did your place work out? You said you're very happy, right?
what place?
Your the home you were staying in.
Oh, it worked out fine. It was great.
Good.
It was
Good.
amazing.
You didn't have all the bugs like the other person had with the
No, it was
with the
great.
kids, right?
It was great. And I guess this is the way vacations are supposed to be because I haven't actually been gone this long since like 2006. I actually forgot I had a job.
There you go.
And on Monday, my assistant messaged me For some reason, she thought I was coming home on Monday, and she said,
Okay.
"Are you home already?" And I was like, "I have a job." I mean, I emailed them. I'm emailing my boss and her the first day a photo of me and the sunflowers,
Right.
and then that was it. And and she's like, "Well, we didn't get any pictures," so I guess they thought maybe I came home because they knew that my mother-in-law has been very ill, and so I guess they just assumed that I came home early. And I was like, I don't even remember you guys, like, you know, which is the way it's supposed to be, I guess. I mean, how could you forget this job, right? That I work every day, like, no.
I was talking about possibly going to the eBay Open, the little mini one in Philadelphia, and I didn't book it quick enough. I went on that yesterday, and it was already filled up. I could do
Really?
the virtual. I could do the virtual one if I want to.
Wonder why they kept it. Where was it?
No,
In your city?
it was a small place outside the city limits. Yeah.
In your, oh, okay.
But I'm thinking, I got to worry about parking. Like I said, I got a bad back. I got bad knees. It's like, I thought about, well, I'm feeling a little better. Maybe I should try it. And I went online and it was sold in. All right, so I got my pictures uploaded. I'm going to upload more tomorrow tonight. Just the price again on this. Create a file. I'm wearing my my earbuds, my Apple earbuds, and they're more comfortable than the wired ones I wear. But I was afraid they're going to die from the when the battery dies out, then I'm gonna be out of luck. But I have the plug-in ones in the back. So much more comfortable. See white things sticking out my ears, you know what it is. My AirPods. I guess that's beautiful. Let's see. So I got the save on my trace.
Yeah, I was ready to get back to
the. I do have the background removal now on the computer. How about that? I didn't realize it was on there. But it was just on the app. How about that? They always do it on my phone. Huh. Look. Sharpen. Well, here the StreamYard chime. If anybody pops in, again, guys, if you want to pop in and for a little bit while you're working, I have the link for the StreamYard at the top of the chat.
Because I don't know,
Watchdog.
I don't know what to talk. I'm not very talkative, and I don't know what to talk about. So
no, don't talk. Work. We're here to work.
The other night on my show, I just talked the whole time, and Barry kept hitting me, trying to get me to be quiet. And I was like,
trying to get a word in edgewise, right?
Yeah, he was. He didn't know what he had himself in for. He really didn't. And my wife is real quiet, and so we balance each other out. But Barry is not quiet, so it was a constant trying to talk.
Yeah, when I have you on the show, I have to be more cognizant of like not talking over you.
And I do that
because usually most people I know when there's a pause, I jump in. Well, you pause it, then you keep on going. It's like,
Yeah,
okay.
I interrupt people all the time because I think of something and I'm afraid I'm going to forget what I was going to say,
I hear you.
and it's bad. So like here's a swimsuit I got the other day. I like the front of it.
Oh,
No,
very nice. What's that, like a 2X or something?
I don't know. 2X, yeah.
2X,
Very good. You're not even here and you knew that.
yeah. Yeah, all right. It's just, like saying, I didn't really bought this. Or here. Picture later. Was going to work on my remotes, but this is the gift. I'm not going to list that. And a winner. What else I get? Nothing I'll show you to see. I know you're not a big costume jewelry person, right?
Mm-mm.
Kelly never pops in the chat, but if Kelly, I gotta ask Kelly if she popped in the chat. I can take a picture and just see if it's online and just list it. Paparazzi. I think that's like a
Paparazzi.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a MLM place.
It's a what?
It's like an MLM, a multi-level.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah, they have parties and stuff.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like Amway kind of stuff. Sitting here, not doing any good sitting in this box. Maybe we can, if it's worth listening. Use my lens on my eBay image. See what Mr. eBay has to say. $8 are best offer with the free shipping. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. At least I can list it. I'll make about $2 before taxes. $360 or best offer, $485 shipping. Yeah, about $8. $8 to $10. We're selling something for $1.99 plus shipping. Why would you even bother? And the shipping's not that high. They're just about breaking even because you got to pay fees on the shipping too. Maybe they're just trying to, I don't know, get good sales. Here's one for $5 and $4.16 shipping. Yeah, about $10 with shipping. So. Exact one. Like everybody kind of left us, Beth. One or two people left in the chat.
By ourselves?
Yeah, maybe two people in the chat. It's all right. Maybe go another 20 minutes or half an hour, and then we'll.
People aren't working today, I guess.
If I can find the exact. Try to Google one and see if that works. Curtains. Curtains. I've got stuck the corner of the.
You seen Randy lately?
No.
I know you said he was busy.
Yeah, he an auction we bid on was went out last night was the end of it. I'm sure he bought a bunch of stuff. I was looking at one thing and it was I was willing to pay about $500 and there's pretty slow filters. And end up going for over 800, and you got to pay an additional. I think it's 10 or 15% fee, or like an auction fee. I was like, I'm paying $1,000. But take a chance on something. I mean, they would sell, but I was looking online. They were like, I was like 10 to 15 units per month sale. So I would have been over years with inventory, and that's if I sold them all. So I didn't end up bidding on it. Right. Hi, Ping G. Ping G's in the chat. She said hello, Beth.
Who is?
Ping G.
Oh, hey. How you doing?
Magnifier. Done it for 14 years and up. That's good. PaparazziAccessories.com. Let me try that. I ordered a new microphone, Beth. Allegedly, it was a open box. It's one of the microphones I recommend for podcasting. So it's a little smaller. Yeah, it's a little smaller. Eventually, I'm gonna have to get this clutter. I mean, that was part of Randy's 12 steps to success, clearing the clutter. I got a lot of clutter here. So my plan is when I'm still gonna do the the Phillies lost again. Son of a race killing them. I might set up like a boom arm on my dining room table and then hang that microphone down. But this Yeti is way too heavy to do that with.
I still haven't bought a new microphone for my podcast. I'm gonna keep using the same one I'm using, and then
what are you using? What are you using now?
I don't know. It's just a headset I've had for years.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it sounds fine. And my brother's an editor for Disney, and he came over and went into my Filmora Wondershare and put like a custom setting. And he's like, "This sounds."
Nice.
He's like, "This really sounds fine. Just use this setting every time, and then just see how it goes. And if you have any complaints, you can always buy something expensive."
Yeah.
For starting out, I don't want to make sure I'm going to do it before I go spending a bunch of money, on a bunch of equipment.
Well, I got messed up because I was going to buy bought a PC and a big, huge monitor, and then my laptop crashed.
Oh yeah.
So I had to buy enough. So I spent like $3,000 almost on all that equipment. It's like, really?
Well,
I
the
bought it.
girl that I interviewed a couple weeks ago for this
Right,
podcast, she had a
right,
Yeti, like a
right.
real expensive Yeti, and she was so loud on
They're,
my
they
end.
they can
And
be loud. They can be loud.
it was just, and I recorded it on StreamYard separately,
Right.
recorded her, and so what I thought would happen is I thought when I uploaded it that I would be able to control her volume and my
That's what I
volume.
thought. You
That's not
can't.
how it goes. No.
You can't adjust it. There's Roman. You can't adjust it on StreamYard, huh? Did you? Oh, well, I guess you would know. But did you try?
Yeah, and so
I thought you could adjust that when you recorded.
I just told her to try to talk a little softer, but it didn't really.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
it is
literally
what it is. You know, it
I'm
is what it is, and
I'm I'm almost 3 feet from my Yeti. Very strong pickup. That's why I asked you about the air conditioning stand. It was bothering me. I just have it where it's just in front. But and I put on on StreamYard. You can put on noise cancellation, so it's supposed to block out stuff from behind the microphone. So I turned that on. I never typically do that.
yeah. So that one's gonna be uploaded to the podcast in December, and I'm just gonna listen to it and see because we're planning on doing some other episodes together,
Okay.
and I'm gonna see how it sounds on the Spotify end, and then if it's really really bad, I'll think of something else. But it's like I said, I'm not gonna spend a bunch of money on something that, you know, 6 months from now I'm gonna decide I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
So
Are you using that?
anytime pickers here.
Yeah, that's Roman. I screwed up, and it was Eric. Was your friend that you said was here earlier?
He was laughing picker or
A laughing picker.
laughing something.
And let me write that down. It's like I
Was
used
it
to keep
laughing
a
picker? Yeah, his name's Eric. He's a friend of Adam's.
not me.
I mean,
Friend of
not
Barry.
Adam's. He's a friend of Barry's.
Okay.
And he was on my show the other night. So
Okay. Laughing picker. I'm gonna write this. I have a spreadsheet where I have names.
I think Craig knows him. Barry says he's a troublemaker, but I think he's okay. He was just teasing.
Roman, I don't know if you want to pop in, my friend. I told you you have an open invitation to join me one night at the interview. If you want to pop in for a little bit, doing any work, I know you typically don't pop in the Mike's chat. If you want to pop in, the link is at the StreamYard links at the top of the chat. All right, let me see if I can look up, find out what this actual model is. Spending way too much time for something I'm going to make about $2 gross profit. Paparazzi. Paparazzi. Accessories on eBay. Okay, paparazzi.
What happened to I'm always losing my measuring tape.
I'm always using my case cutters. They have them for $3.99 at Harbor Freight when they're on sale. And I printed out a coupon, and day after the sale, I decided to go, and I checked this out. Darn it, it's not on sale anymore, so I'm going to wait till they go back to sale.
We're supposed to have rain tonight and tomorrow. I don't know. We've thought that before too, and
yeah,
I wish I would have brought some rain with me from North Carolina because it just rained buckets and buckets.
I guess this is all about their multi-level marketing. They're not selling things in this thing. Let's see. I got to find a consultant. There's the earrings. ones are not even on this. I guess it's probably on Etsy too. I guess paparazzi's probably on Etsy too, right?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, no, it's
Shopping.
yeah, Poshmark.
Poshmark. 10-piece lot, $25. Hey. Oh my word. Shipping probably gonna cost more than the item's worth. Is there like a drop here?
Okay, well, Adam, I'm gonna go watch the ball game with the wifey.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out for another 15, 20 minutes and I'll call it a StreamYard night.
It was great seeing you.
Good thing you too. Glad you got back safely.
Me too. Bye, everyone in the chat and anyone who watches
Thanks,
the replay. Bye.
Hey, folks, if there's anybody in the chat, I know there's only a handful of you left. Probably going to hang out for like another 10 or 15 more minutes. If you want to pop into the chat, or should they pop into the stream, the link is posted at the top of the chat. All right, Roman, not today, no problem. Our sales very slow for me. You just bought a jewelry jar. Bob, I got. Never hear the saying, no, guys that watch my channel on a regular basis know I'm big about old sayings. Ever hear the saying, no good deed goes unpunished? I bought all kind of jewelry just to help other resellers out because I became friendly with I was on a lot of these, not on, but in the chat to a lot of these jewelry resellers. And I became friendly with some of the jewelry resellers, and I was buying things just to buy things. And one time I was bidding on something because I thought it was going too low. And I bid it up to a certain amount. And then saw a silver coin in there. I was bidding on something, and I because I felt bad for the seller because they were like, selling so cheap. And then I dropped out, and then somebody else won it. And then like a week later, I got this box full of jewelry. It's like, the heck is this? Here, the person that I was bidding against knew me. I said, "Oh, Adam, Adam, I thought you really wanted to buy this, so I figured I would gift it to you." It's like, okay, well, I don't know what any of this stuff is. I have about 10 pieces in a box here somewhere that are Native American jewelry. I should list that because I put that on the premise that the seller would give me a description. So I don't forget where I put it. Bob, I got a mess like you do over here. But the seller actually had it was her daughter was selling it, so she gave me like a little mini description. Like turquoise, blah 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 blah, and Native American, whatever. So I do have descriptions of that, so I need to look into that. So I should get this listed. But these, I got this. I got this as a gift on one of the jewelry shows. I guess like how they did the like StreamYard drawing or whatever. And somebody said, "Oh, Adam, you won. Okay, pick a number between 1 and 50 or whatever, whoever's close without going over." So here they shipped me this gift, and apparently it's got about $3 or $4 value. So I'll post it up on eBay. It'll give me a listing anyway. So I just got to figure out what the title is. Like, can't seem to try Google Lens. I don't want you to send me a link. I'll do a live unboxing exclusive. There you go. We got to get some jewelry sellers in the chat, Bob. Yeah, that's the other thing. A lot of these jewelry sellers are big into the one of the jewelry resellers I was pretty friendly with, and I got to be careful how I say this. We were kind of friendly offline. She lived pretty far away, but anyway, no good deed goes unpunished again, so we're no longer friends. But anyway, we were doing some live streams together, and she does a lot of them on Instagram and YouTube. She doesn't even show her face; she says her hands. She's like pull things out of a mystery box. Oh, I got this, and she lists them on her Poshmark store or whatever. And it was very well though. She knows her jewelry. I forget what this style was on this chair. There. Search. Here we go. Copper fish. What this is called? Copper fish. Okay, copper fish hook earrings they are. 4 for 20. 20. Guys, I'm going to do about another 10 minutes or so. I appreciate those of you that are in the chat hanging out with me for a little bit. Like I said earlier, I'm always looking for other resellers to do an interview with. Bob, again, I don't know if I'm sure you were joking around about the jewelry, but you're always welcome on my channel. And my eyes are bothering me from my allergies. Got this air conditioning unit, it's probably not filtering too well. So I'm always looking for other resellers to interview. I usually did a show on Wednesday evenings, but I've been having Randy come on because he's very generous with his time, but he's super busy. And so we've been doing one Saturdays, like once or twice a month. But he is so super busy. It's hard to get Randy. I feel guilty asking him to come on. So, and you guys, Roman again, the offer's always out there. Mike, I know it's been a long time. I know you're doing a show on Sunday evening. A long time since I had you on the show. If you want to come back on, maybe talk about Walmart. Anybody else that's maybe new to the channel, if you're more than willing to come on, love to have you guys on and have you share your reselling experience. So I would appreciate that. Okay, guys, looks like people are heading out and doing what they got to do. So I appreciate you all being here, and we shall see you next time. And if you're interested again on coming on the show, I have all my contact information in the description of the video. Thanks all. Take care now.